I welcome everyone to the TheCryptoSingh show. My name is Gunpreet Singh, and we talk about crypto space. We talk about cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, everything. So, what are we going to talk about today? Is about I want to talk a bit on the market, what's happening with the market. We have a very important Fed meeting coming up, what's happening with the meeting, and what might happen after the meeting, and my bull case scenario, my bear case scenario. We're all going to talk about this and how this meeting would affect the market in general. So I welcome you all to the show. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget that. So getting on to the Bitcoin. Well, what's happening with the market? Now look, what's happening with the market is we have a Fed meeting coming up. Now this Fed meeting, as you can see, the prices were going down, and even before the prices went down, if you see my video about 10 or 15 days back, in fact, I told you that as soon as the month closes on a weaker thing, we will see the prices coming down. Now, you might call it for the Fed meeting or whatever the case scenario would be, but yes, price have come down, and we're still on a bearish trend. So the 50.50 basis hike is already considered or taken into consideration by the market, and that is why the prices come down. Now, something really important is there that I'm going to talk about today is also gold. So this, we're going to be talking about what's happening with gold and Bitcoin. Now, personally, what I personally see that there's been a downtrend towards the Bitcoin and metals. Now, safe metals. I've been talking about this, that the prices will come down. In fact, any of my previous videos you see, I've been talking about this exactly, that it's safe metals, all of these things are bound to come back right now. But short term, I think what is happening is 50%, 50.5 base hike in the Fed rate, interest rate. So what will happen is I really don't think Fed will be able to stop the inflation with this kind of pricing also into taking into consideration. It's a small term effect that might be there on the market, because look, it's something everyone needs to understand. Inflation, I mean, they might say it's around 3%, 4%, 5%, but practically it's much, much more than that. And let's say they are saying it's around 7%, the inflation. The base hike is 0.5%. It's not going to make any difference, in fact. So as much as they try to, bring this inflation down, which causes or calls for a recession. And yes, you heard it right. I personally do believe that recession is something that is inevitable, that will come. Matter of fact, the time, I mean, it might come today, tomorrow, but I don't know about that. Nobody knows about that. But the way inflation is going right now, the salaries aren't increasing, the pays aren't increasing, but what is happening is you're shelling out more from your pocket. Things are not looking great. Fed is trying it's going to try as much to control this inflation. Now what happens is you've printed so much money, you've given so much money back to the people. Now when you ask that money back from them, it will cause a problem, and it will not be easy, because this is going to be one of the biggest problems that Fed would face in coming times. Now, if that happens, what will happen to the asset class? Because we're talking about crypto here, and not really the market scenario. Why I'm telling you the market scenario is because this is all interrelated. So I'll not go deep into market, what's happening or what should happen. How, but what I see, that gold is something that will again bounce back, and I see gold being bullish for another few months. And it's just probably you could buy it today itself, because it's in the buying zone and it's come down now. And so is Bitcoin. I think there is going to be a small relief rally also in Bitcoin, because dollar might just hit the resistance, come down, and we might have a small bit of relief rally right now. So an extreme bull case scenario would be Bitcoin touching 50,000. And I think gold is something that, uh, people have become more bullish on Bitcoin. So now I think gold will probably be taking the driving seat, and gold will get higher. Now I'll jump into the gold and the Bitcoin chart, but before that, this is what I think personally, that I've been calling for a recession for a long time, because what happened in the COVID is, we all have to realize that within 2 months of COVID or 3 months of COVID, markets were booming. Markets were back on track. Well, they were not back on track actually. You pumped so much money into the economy that it had to go back in track, because it's available for everyone. Now, eventually, when that happened, a recession usually takes about 11 to 12 months to really finish off, or really get down or get back, the economy is getting back to work. But here recession took about 3 months, and it was, of course, it was manipulated, and and we had recession over in within 3 or 4 months. Now what has happened is, it increased the inflation because of all this. So it's something that is even scarier, right? Because you have a recession heading, I mean, coming, and then you have price increase. So both the things really don't match together, and this could be a disaster coming in. So again, gold will be, I think, mid-term bullish on gold, long-term Bitcoin. And once everyone knows that it's difficult to control inflation, people will start jumping into Bitcoin again. So this is the long-term scenario. Short-term, I've been telling you that Bitcoin will take a backseat for a while, and either we have a sideways movement, or we go back and it's not going to do much for now. We might have these small relief rallies coming in, because as soon as it dips, people go, your retail would buy in and then again pump. The institutions would sell it at that price, or some, the whales would sell it around that price, and then again a dump. So to see what the Bitcoin is. But saying all this, Bitcoin has been holding really well at around 37, 38,000. It's the lower trend line that we have been, holding on to. The upper trend line is around 48, 47,000, which is a bull case scenario, maybe 50,000. But that's the upper line, or the upper trend that Bitcoin might be. That's an extreme bull scenario. So for us to reach the bull scenario, I think the Bitcoin right now, the Fed, after this price increase, I think we might take a step down, and Bitcoin might come down in short term. So why I'm saying that, please try to understand that I have three case scenarios: absolute short term, a mid term, and a long term. Look, long term, Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. Let me be very clear. Long term is Bitcoin scenario. Why I'm talking about short term is because, see, Fed is trying. There is uncertainties happening, like the certain things in the war, in the economy that's happening. So there are right now a lot of uncertainties that are happening, and eventually, to get out of these uncertainties, you would require a safe asset, and that safe asset would actually be gold or Bitcoin. Now gold is at a range where I think it's a buying range for me, and Bitcoin right now is not in the buying range for me. But yes, anyone who's a long-term investor, start DCAing in. It's a good price to DCA in right now. 37, 38,000 is the price to actually start your dollar cost averaging. So that's what I'm thinking is going to happen. And we have a very important Fed meeting today. Let's see what the Fed says and how they control this inflation, or what's happening. Once they have the decision, and we'll see how the markets react, and we'll be back tomorrow to tell you exactly how the markets would react. So this is what is happening in the Bitcoin market. And just to give you a quick look on the chart of Bitcoin and gold, we'll just quickly jump into it and let's see. So yeah, so this is the chart for Bitcoin and gold. Now Bitcoin is around 38,400, right? Now this is here, the Bitcoin is here, but I think 1850 is a good price for this would be the price. 1850 would be the price where you could buy in gold, and you could start. You see, the gold has just dipped a bit, and I think it should go like this now. So, and whereas Bitcoin, I think, is creating a bull flag, which is a bear flag actually. Oh, sorry, yeah, it's creating a bear flag, which hopefully would come down, and it would break down, but you never know. I mean, I am not a financial advisor. Please do your own research, but gold is something you can buy in because it looks good in this buying zone. And Bitcoin, again, DCA in, and start DCing in right now. So that's what I think is going to happen with the market. And if you're liking the content we're bringing you, please do like, share, and subscribe. Do comment, let us know if there is anything you want to ask. We'll be happy to answer you on that. So I hope you're liking the content. Again, like, share, and subscribe. Signing off here, Gunpreet Singh from the Crypto Singh Show. Take care, guys.